First carry now for David Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Lions had 0-11 now on the year. And, Charles, it's a bleak picture, just to be frank, when you're in a hole like this.
And they're starting to run out of time. Not many games left in the season, so everyone's talking about find some inspiration. What they really need to find is some consistent and better play. That's the only way they'll find that win that they're seeking.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Packers defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Now a 3rd and 6. Goff going to shift him around. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to throw, Goff. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Goff.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Love. He'll complete this one to Watson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has. But I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. First down, Love to pass. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
On play action, Love to throw.
And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there, and he's got it for the touchdown.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. In motion left goes Cooks. There's Goff. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You look at this Packers defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Third and 9 here. Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Right. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
Now a play fake here on first down. A throw left side here taken in by Driver. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up second down.
These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now a second down throw for Love here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Now 3rd down and very long.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd down and 8.
Love looking to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Lutz with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Jack Fox now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And now an audible here into something else. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 55 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Down the sideline he goes. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Jacobs is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
This is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave from 3 yards out, and the Packers have opened the lead up to 30. Lutz good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Second and 10. Goff again. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Gone. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Lutz with the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out in the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Goff. Caught by Montgomery. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Love now to pass on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Love now. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for 3rd place all time. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up.
I apologize, C2 Gun, man. Got pissed off, man. This other lead, it cat cheesy, man. So if you want to concede that after halftime, you can, fam.
We've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for.
It's all good by me. You can concede after this kickoff.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead.
I'm gonna run it out to make sure, though.
In the 3rd quarter.
Just in case you want to concede, let some second run off.
And not much happening.
All my men yellow as hell,
to
too.
about the 23. They were trying to create some space.
Look at that. Even my damn fullback yellow.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice.
And I'll be doing half pass. I don't get it.
So the hold on special teams backs them up all the way inside the 15 to start. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook.
They so yellow, I'd be scared they're going to, you know what I'm saying? I'd be scared they're going to get a holding call.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Run up the score, that's why I'm just running the ball.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Okay, Jacob, I got to get you out of there, buddy.
Better than 40 yards total.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Second down and a yard. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He'll drop this off for Davis. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear.
I think you just ran commit.
Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Some told me to go on and throw the ball.
Start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
That's cover 2.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into 3rd place all time. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
I don't play you Ravens. Let me kick it off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Going up the gun, Montgomery. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand. Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Counter play with Jacobs. Now he's into the clear again, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 38 yards.
Oh, see, 2 don't give me the game like that. I'd rather you go on and see.
Familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now.
That's how my players get hurt.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd and 6. Montgomery on the counter. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
So many haters and folks gotta cheat on video game, man. Tell you. No, over there, throw my whole game off. Nigga and cheat. He just joined the league. He wasn't there from the beginning. That was old boy team.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets
St. Brown. I should have known that.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Goff connects with St. Brown. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
So I see who he's throwing it to now.
Big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
2 yards.
Red zone. I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. In motion left goes a tight end. On 3rd down they go Montgomery. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League.
I've been going to let him score, man.
Back now at Ford Field. And
Oh,
this is a
prevent
blowout
defense.
so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw is Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He'll bite, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Field goal.
Bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss. And
collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 53 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Working out of the gun. Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he's brought down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And that's complete to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Now it's gone. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Goff now to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now they'll change things up. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 177 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Quick slant to Watson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And now Love going to change things up.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, Love. This is hauled in by Driver. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was